In this video, we're going to be talking about a guide that can help you become more effective in the gym. And my guest, Jeff, is going to join. Jeff has pretty much been learning about the fitness industry for a long time, and he's very knowledgeable. When I talk to him, I realize that his intellect is at the level of a lot of my friends that are in their 30s, 40s, and they've been in the industry for a long time. So I think he's going to have a lot of great insight that you guys will utilize a lot. Welcome to SGS Insights, where I create a variety of videos. We've got vlogs, we've got a talk show, we've got self-growth videos. Which one of my videos do you think you're about to watch? When
Absolutely. I'm happy to be here, first of all. It's on, and I made sure to wear a sweatshirt so you wouldn't out-angle me. So.
Thanks, man. That's great. When it comes to working out, man, so there's a variety of things that people can do. There's push and pull. There's full body workouts, and there's just so many variety.
Yeah.
So what should people keep in mind when they're deciding which one to use?
Well, I think the first thing you should keep in mind are what are your goals, right? Are your goals to tone? Are your goals to bulk up? Are your goals to grow muscle, grow strength? It's completely up to the individual that's training, right? So let's say you're trying to tone down and trying to sculpt out a little bit and feel better about your frame. Maybe a higher rep range would work for you.
So 12, right? 15.
Yeah, anything from and even upwards to 15 to 20 reps too. Lighter weight, things that and exercises that work big and small muscle groups. Just so you can tone throughout your whole body and you'll be able to grow some muscle from that. If you're trying to grow, grow muscle like a bodybuilder would, then you want to train for hypertrophy, which is in layman's terms, it's a medial amount of weight and a medial amount of reps.
Is that the 8 to 10 rep range?
Yeah, it's about 8 to 12.
Okay.
Is kind of the desired rep range. For hypertrophy, and there's a lot of good resources online when it comes to that. People personally that I follow, or John Meadows is great. The Mountain Dog, he's rest in peace. He's fantastic. He knows the stuff better than anyone. Also, Hypertrophy Coach is really good. And then different bodybuilders like Chris Bumstead, Ian Valliere. Fuad Abiyad, all these guys are really good. That's kind of how I got my introduction to the fitness industry and figure out, how I wanted to train and how I wanted to grow, are from, those resources inspiring me, right? And then on the flip side, if you're trying to gain strength, it's not going to come with so much muscle growth. That's why you don't see powerlifters being super huge muscle bellies, full, all that stuff. You can see some powerlifters are actually look pretty normal, right? Or if you're talking about strongmen, then those are just humongous human beings. Those are just specimens, right? But the biggest thing when it comes to strength is practice, right? Practice. For powerlifters, they do the same exercises every single week, multiple times a week, just so they can gain that strength without those certain exercises.
Wow, see, but then that's not really typical, because usually when you're hearing about workouts, they tell you to really shift everything around. So perhaps if you're doing a full body, maybe try push and pull, because I guess the body can get used to the workout, so then it can halter your growth permanently.
I don't know if I totally believe in that, right? I think that switching it up is good to really shock the muscle. But I think that, the tried and true exercises, if you do bench press, deadlift, squat, barbell rows, lat pull downs, things of this nature, I think if you really perfect these exercises and are able to hit heavy weights for your desired rep range, I think that you're going to grow no matter what.
So there's the thing about the muscle, knowing what's going to happen. That's
well, I mean, I wouldn't recommend you going into the gym and doing the same exact thing every single time. But I think that you should incorporate a lot of the same exercises every single time. just because those exercises are going to build your base frame.
Oh, the basics. Okay.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you don't want to like go to the gym, do the same exact routine every single time. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the certain exercises that for the big muscle groups that you know are tried and true that people have been doing for decades, those are what are going to help you grow more than anything.
Gotcha. And also too, like with working out, there's a lot of other factors besides the gym that can influence like whether you're going to put on muscle or not. What are those factors?
Absolutely. So first of all, there's nothing more important than rest, right? You grow when you sleep, you grow when you rest, right? When you're off your feet, when you're in a state of relaxation, that's when your body is able to repair itself, right? Along with that is food, right? If you're trying to grow, you grow in the kitchen, right? It's kind of like that old, like 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the growth you're going to experience through working out is outside of the gym. 20% of it is inside the gym, right? So the food is a big thing, and clean foods, clean protein sources. Make sure you get enough protein in. The baseline for most people is 1 gram per pound of body weight, right? That's kind of the baseline, but there's a cutoff for how much protein you can actually absorb, but that's a conversation for another day. So that's very important. If you're trying to grow especially, carbs are great just because that's the best way that you can be able to shuttle nutrients to the muscle fibers as fast as possible. And then also for different health factors, healthy fats are very good. So that could include olive oils, nut butters, things of that nature. Again, do your research and make sure you know it's clean food, right? Because a lot of stuff that you can get is overly processed and has a lot of additives in it and can be very bad for you. Another thing is water. Make sure you get enough water in because the muscle fibers are actually, it's like 90% water, right? You want to make sure that you're hydrated and that your muscles are nice and full to prevent cramping, to prevent other, issues that you can have by being dehydrated. These are all factors that are going to help you in the gym, and in the general spectrum of trying to grow muscle.
And with the protein too, so like we hear a lot of protein powders out there. So creatine, there's the plant-based protein powders. Yeah. Are they really essential for the building muscle? Because like they almost seems like a substitute.
Not at all. The biggest thing is accessibility, right? That's why people use protein powders. That's why I use protein powders, because it's super easy, right? You get a tub, you have a bunch of powder in it, right? You can mix it with a shake, you can put it in oatmeal, cream of rice, anything you want, right? And it's super, super easy, right? That's why people get protein powders, is because of the accessibility. Is it a necessity? Absolutely not. You're way better off getting your protein from whole food sources, right? Whether that's, a lean chicken breast, lean turkey, beef, steak, fish, all these things are very beneficial. And along with that is the micronutrient density, right? A lot of the biggest problems with protein powders is they're not high in micronutrients, right? And same with, there's a lot of protein sources out there that aren't as well. And that's, you want to make sure you're getting in good whole food protein sources that are organically based, that are clean, that your body can utilize to the best of its ability, so that you're getting all those micronutrients. So that's vitamins and minerals into your body for it to utilize.
I see. So then if people are just having protein powder, protein bars, because like I see it a lot in society. They just eat all those things and then they're wondering why they're not seeing much progress.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be part of it. Again, it's super easy to get a protein bar, to get a protein powder. It's readily accessible for everybody, but it's not always the best option, right? Absolutely. And along with that, so most whey proteins are actually based from a cheese product, right? A lot of people don't know this. That's why a lot of whey concentrates especially don't agree with people's GI, their digestive system, because it has a bunch of fillers and additives and stuff that isn't filtered out, that isn't very good for you, right? What you want is a high quality protein powder that's a whey isolate. So that means it's hydrolyzed, excuse me, hydrolyzed, it's filtered, it filters all the crap out of it, and your body's able to utilize it a lot better, right? And also a plant-based option is very good. That can be high in micronutrients, that can be high in, protein. And again, if your body likes it, you got to let your body talk to you and see what it likes and what it doesn't like.
For sure.
And that's a process in and of itself.
Oh yeah. And what is one thing that you kind of wish that you knew about the fitness industry?
Oh, starting off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I can't stress this enough, is that there are just a bunch of frauds out there, right? People that are just trying to make a quick buck and not telling you the whole story, right? Like people like Brad Castleberry, Mike O'Hearn, people that claim they're lifetime naturals and look like a competitive bodybuilder. It's not possible without anabolic use. It's just not. It's a fairy tale, right? And so what you need to be on the lookout for is people not only, that look a certain way telling you they're, never touched anything in their life and they eat chicken, broccoli, and rice all day and that's the end of the story. That's not the end of the story. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make money. And along with that, a lot of people selling these BS, workout programs and supplements that don't do anything. That they're just trying to make a quick buck. And don't get me wrong, I respect the hustle, but you got to keep in mind that there are a lot of people out there that are like that want to capitalize on, for lack of better terms, people's stupidity that don't know better.
Wow, thank you, man. Like, that was great.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on my show, bro.
Absolutely, man. It was great being here. It's an honor. Nothing better than SGS Insights.
Thanks, bro. This was the video. I really hope you guys found a lot of value from it. Jeff really shared a lot of great insight that I think you can utilize when you're trying to build muscle or if you're trying to make decisions on what workouts to utilize. This was the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.